Okay, we now go to a next topic, and we talked for 1 hour about the future of smart cities, and we're now going to talk about the future of work and also the future of construction. We first have from AECOM, Arnis Kakulis. Are you here?
Good morning. Good morning, Walter.
Good morning. It's great to have you back with us. You were also with us during the last event that was only for the Dutch real estate, and now we do it international, so a little bit bigger. So,
yeah, but no studios this time. Everybody working from home. That's great.
Yeah, that's great. We're running a little bit out of time, so I'll give you the floor right away. So go ahead and take it.
You should be seeing my video.
No, not yet. Yes, now it's starting up.
Excellent. Well, I wanted to start with a question. How do we make workplaces function better in the future when we don't really know what the future is yet? We need to seek clarity from inspiration. Good day, my name is Arnis Kakulis, and I am the EMEA Workplace Market Sector Leader at AECOM. AECOM is a full-service, multidisciplinary, and global design and engineering company, and my group specifically focuses on strategy, design, project, and cost management services related to all workplace environments. Last month, as this very strange summer was coming to an end, I was reading the latest online version of Wired magazine and came across an article titled "A Radical New Model of the Brain Illuminates Its Wiring" by Grace Huckins. She described network neuroscience as a model to get closer to the brain's essence. I thought, network neuroscience. This got me to thinking about the networks found in our workplace environments. Further research led me to neuroplasticity, the ability of the brain to form new connections and pathways and change how circuits are wired. Since I'm no brain scientist, I found this short video to explain what neuroplasticity is. So 1 second, let me launch this.
Not so long ago, many scientists believed that the brain did not change after childhood, that it was hardwired and fixed by the time we became adults. But recent advances in only the last decade now tell us that this is simply not true. The brain can and does change throughout our lives. It is adaptable, like plastic. Hence, neuroscientists call this neuroplasticity. How does neuroplasticity work? If you think of your brain as a dynamic, connected power grid, there are billions of pathways or roads lighting up every time you think, feel, or do something. Some of these roads are well-traveled. These are our habits, our established ways of thinking, feeling, and doing. Every time we think in a certain way, practice a particular task, or feel a specific emotion, we strengthen this road. It becomes easier for our brains to travel this pathway. Say we think about something differently, learn a new task, or choose a different emotion. We start carving out a new road. If we keep traveling that road, our brains begin to use this pathway more, and this new way of thinking, feeling, or doing becomes second nature. The old pathway gets used less and weakens. This process of rewiring your brain by forming new connections and weakening old ones is neuroplasticity in action. The good news is that we all have the ability to learn and change by rewiring our brains. If you have ever changed a bad habit or thought about something differently, you have carved a new pathway in your brain and experienced neuroplasticity firsthand. With repeated and directed attention towards your desired change, you can rewire your brain.
So, as you can see, there are, in essence, two types of neuroplasticity. that were mentioned in the video. One was structural neuroplasticity, in which strength of the connections between neurons or your synapses changes, what I call reinforcement. The second is functional neuroplasticity, which describes permanent changes in the synapses due to learning, behavioral change, and development, what I will coin as reinvention. So the brain is not hardwired, but elastic and flexible to adapt. Work must be viewed in a similar elastic way. We at AECOM have focused our most recent exploration and thought leadership of the evolution of work in 4 pillars: the concept of work, the worker, the journey, and the place. The concept of work is changing as our needs and values about work are changing. Technology has provided and will continue to provide robust support for mobile and agile working, allowing people flexibility and choice over where and when they work. Collaboration technologies will enhance virtual meetings and reduce the need for business travel, helping both the environment and people's well-being. Voice and video support for walking meetings even will again contribute to people's health as lockdowns ease up. Technologies, in essence, will reinforce new ways of working. Second, people are the foundation of the workplace. Without the worker, there is no workplace. We have deconstructed the 9-to-5. Due to the global pandemic, the worker has become the ultimate multitasker, the employee, the athlete, the couch potato, the parent, the caregiver. The worker has had to adapt and change and has had to reinvent their work style to focus and be productive. Hats off to the workforce. Third, the journey related to work has been disrupted. Journey patterns will dramatically change and will become a more significant part of our work life. We continue to explore how urbanization and globalization tendencies before COVID crisis will change and evolve based on technology and tendencies toward localization. I really think the 15-minute city will reemerge, a localized model where workers will not need to commute to their offices every day. The journey landscape is being reinvented with shorter journey times, driverless technologies, and virtual commutes. And fourth, of course, the place. The office is not dead, but has become increasingly decentralized to a level that nobody had ever predicted this quickly. The evolution of the future office has been accelerated. We will work across multiple platforms and realities, but consistency and a sense of belonging will need to be strengthened. It may be created using consistent set of workplace furniture at the office, at the home, at the co-working space. The sense of belonging may be created by using consistent technology platforms on your desktop, in the cloud, or in virtual reality. But it also may be created by balancing equality and equity. It's not just about equal opportunities, but that people have what they need depending on their circumstances to actually leverage the equal opportunities that they are given. Knowledge and skills equity will bring this sense of belonging. The sense of belonging will need to be reinforced to recruit and retain talent. But let us be careful. We are hearing a lot from the brokerage community about an overall reduction in space. I think this is a knee-jerk reaction to save money, but does not fully address the increase for collaboration spaces needed in the future, as you can see in these images. So, I do see the workplace evolving in a similar manner to the brain. One, the need to reinforce and strengthen the structural elements of the concept of work and the place to make these elements clearer to the workforce. The various work environments that we will use in the future need to be built, developed, and embrace change and flexibility. Secondly, we need to reinvent the functional elements of the journey and the worker to alter behavior while maintaining productivity. As with neuroplasticity and the brain, all of these elements are interwoven, affected, and reliant on one another to set the new workplace network. A network that must be smart, that must be healthy, and that must be responsible to its workers. Let us take the clues from neuroscience and apply them to our future thoughts and strategies about the workplace. Let's face it, the most important tool for the workplace is the brain. So if your brain is not frightened to adopt and change, neither should you or where you go to work. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you, Arnis. That was great. So, yeah, we need to rethink the future of work, I guess.
Rethinking it by using this.
Yeah. And we have them all. So
Yeah.
let's start using them.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you, Walter.
Thank you very much.